Hello, my lovely, lovely audience. Welcome to another video. Welcome to What If Deku was V1 from Ultra Kill. Now, don't have much to say in the intro for once, so let's get into this what if, shall we? So, the what if starts with a robot stood in front of a canvas. A set of scientists are in a little observation window up top above the robot. One of the scientists would look to the other and say, Sir, I do not understand. Why are we doing this? Well, I don't know. Just, let's see. Wait and see. So, the robot just takes some red paint, crimson red, would look at it, crimson red paint, and, well, the scientist would say to the other main scientist, the big deal scientist, look, just answer, why are we doing this? Something unusual has been happening with the version 1, as you would say. What unusual? It does exactly what it's programmed to, kill. No, not that. It does that flawlessly, but there's just something odd about it. It's been, well, fighting unusually recently. Maybe it's a coding error, maybe it's graphical, maybe the human base we used was faulty. What was his name again? Izuku Midoriya? Yeah. Maybe he was like, maybe he's faulty because of that. We might need someone with a different quirk then, if it's faulty. Not faulty. I can tell you this thing's not faulty. That's enough, V1. The blue robot would walk, into the hallway, and what the robot had painted would be revealed. There would be two blotches, one blue and one red. Now, one of the interns there would look at the blotches and would give me a moment. Yeah, her quirk is called Aura Sense. She can sense the emotions of, well, whatever someone makes, or emotions connected to something, like a locket from your long-dead father. She can sense the emotions behind it. She can also sense humans, just anything sentient, really. And, well, her quirk would trigger when she looks at the painting V1 made, but she can't really make out the emotions behind it. Now, the painting, she can't help but comment on the fact that, well, the red blotch looks like, well, a human heart, and the blue blotch looks like, well, a brain, but said blotch is blue, and typically humans, are depicted as red, but she doesn't understand it. And, well, as V1 walks past her, she can hear a faint whisper. You did well, V1. You did great. No, you did great, V1. She would immediately jump back, like her quirk triggering, having her hear this, as she would see just kind of this faint green light kind of emanating off of V1, which is usual. They use human bases, like human bodies, in order to make these prototypes. Now, I bet you're wondering, what's these prototypes, what they used for? First of all, the reason they use human bases is because you can give a quirk to a human base. They're essentially robotic Nomu. Yeah. So, this facility is run by All for One, yada yada yada. But yeah, these are supposed to be robotic Nomu. Things that are meant to be used for operations normal Nomu can't. That's why I'm just simply leaving it. But yeah, the faint light of green emanating off of V1 is usual, but what's weird is the blue light. He's never seen a blue light on, well, V1 before. And, well, said blue light is shining pretty, well, more than the green light. It's weird. Like, the blue light is shining and, well, emanating off of V1 like fire. And then, well, as the fire spreads out, it turns green. It's very weird. It implies that there are two consciousness in the body, but it's a robot. It doesn't have sentience. And while the original human didn't have some kind of split personality disorder, so it's weird. Cut back to the two scientists who were observing this. As well, the, less higher rated scientist would ask to the higher rated scientist, there, it did what you wanted. It made a weird painting. Is that what you wanted? Why are we doing this? Well, do you know everything about your children? What does this have to do with Sally? The guy would chuckle, like the main scientist, like, no. Look closer. Is that a heart? That kind of looks like a heart. The one thing I did not expect from V1 that it did was be creative. Oh. It's being creative. It is using creativity. Isn't that good? Its fighting capability would drastically improve if that were the case. The fact that it's being creative implies that there's some piece of the human base that still exists. Now, I don't know if this is gonna end up very good or very bad, but I think we should just ride it out for a while. No? Yeah, I guess so. Cut to V1. As well, like how on one of those very old computers, there's those little boxes where you see errors. Yes, I know those are on normal computers too, but like that little box that you have on computers where you see the errors of an app or a game. Yeah, that's like open. And well, in green text, there's the words, "You did great, V1." As another message would seemingly be shown. I really liked it. What about you? Not one of my best works. One of the, scientists walking by V1 would just kind of turn their head like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, nothing. Soviet Russia." V1's having one of those fits again. What is the problem? Why does this keep on happening? Like, one of the scientists would just walk away like, this is the third time V1's just said Soviet Russia. What is happening? The green text would, the green text of user error. Green text of user error. We all know it's Izuku, the green text. Green text would just pop up like, dumbasses. I know, right? Now, into V1's quirks that he has. He has one quirk called Blood is Fuel. Now, this quirk is easily mass-producible because, well, if someone with this quirk touches blood, some of their injuries will repair, which is why they have the human base. So these robots become self-sufficient. Why, it's reproducible is because you can chop off the guy's hand, take the quirk from the hand, regrow the hand, and then repeat. So you can do that. Second quirk is, well, speed boost, which is self-explanatory. Now, what makes Izuku unique is, well, Izuku's quirk. What makes V1 unique is Izuku's quirk. No one knows that V1 has access to the original body's quirk, because he hasn't really used it, but Izuku's quirk is called capitalism. I'm not joking. Essentially, if Izuku has money, he can duplicate it, and he can throw said money, and said money will float for a bit, then home in on people and violently dig itself inside of their skin. Just violently dig itself into them, like it's a fucking bullet. So yes, he can just throw a bunch of money at his problems and they will go away. So, yeah, no one knows he can use this, but yeah. Anyway, Izuku is Izuku would talk to V1 and say, "Hey, how do you think V2 and V3 are doing?" The little text would pop up under V1 as in V1's little error box, as it would say, "I do not know, nor do I care. Last time I met V2, he tried to rip off my arm. Luckily, I ripped off his and attached it to myself." V1 would just kind of look at his arm, which has a shotgun attached to it. His knuckles are shotgun style. I do not know what happened to him after. And V3 will not shut up about how our life is meaningless. It is very depressing. Yeah, that girl needs some help. She needs some help. I doubt she can get it because we are weapons of mass destruction in a facility. The words chuckles would just appear in the box as V1 would ask, "Are you chuckling or are you saying we should go get a killer clown named Chuckles?" You know a killer clown named Chuckles? I know lots of people. That's weird. I've been here the entire time and I did not see you meeting any killer clown. It was when you were asleep. When you spend those 8 months asleep leaving me alone, so I have to stare at a wall endlessly. Sorry. My brain's not in the best condition, considering it was just jammed into your chest without any real consideration. That is why we are the V1. Yeah. Once we get some blood, I'll probably be able to stay awake longer. You better, because I cannot take one more month staring at that damn cat poster. It's not even a cat, it is a cat girl. I want to gut them. Chill, V1. Chill. So, yeah. That's V1's daily routine. Anyway, so, yeah. Time skip. USJ attack. The robotic Nomus, V1, V2, and V3, are ready for operations. However, V3 is not exactly built for combat. It's more so the kind of drone designed for infiltration. considering it wears a skirt and is the only one of the the like the only one of the three of them capable of upholding a conversation without yelling a random word. They also have the best voice box out of the three. Unfortunately, V1 has the worst. So, Jay. So V1 was sent to deal with Bakugo. V2 sent to deal with, okay, V1 was sent to deal with Bakugo and Kirishima. V2 was sent to deal with, V2 was sent to deal with Tokoyami and Suya. I'm just saying those two landed together. No, just Mayonetta, Suya, and Tokoyami. I'm saying all three of them landed together. And what else I'm gonna say is, remember that intern working with V1, V2, and V3? Well, she actually attends UA as kind of a spy, but kind of not. She just goes there and occasionally fills her boss in on what's going on. The spy is still the same as canon. So, yeah. Bakugo and V1 are fighting. Well, Bakugo and Kirishima are fighting. Well, V1, they're all fighting. V1 pulls out a shotgun, shoots it, and then punches his bullet, sending it flying fast at Bakugo. Bakugo would spin out of the way like, who the fuck punches their bullets? I do. Holy shit, it talks. I'm coming for your male genitalia. What? Bakugo's just like, what? As V1 would punch forward and go, shotgun fist, and just like, shotgun pellets would come flying out of his fist, as Bakugo would get hit in the leg, like, holy shit, his arm is a shotgun! As well, yeah, Kirishima would block another bunch of shotgun fist, as V1's just running around, shooting them. Bakugo hides inside of like a building as V1 punches one of his bullets so hard it flies right through the glass. Well, flies right through the wall. As well, yeah, they would fight, blah blah blah. Eventually, Bakugo would get V1 in the stomach with a... give me a moment. So, yeah, Bakugo would essentially send V1 flying. V1 would land next to a bunch of grunts. He would look at them. You would see Izuku's, like, text being like, V1, don't you dare. V1 would proceed to kill and drink all of the robots. Well, not robots. Thug's blood, repairing its body as black muscle fiber-like fibers would begin growing along its body. As well, Izuku's brain would improve in its condition, allowing him to stay awake for longer, and, well, talk faster. Great, you just murdered a bunch of people. I do not care. Soviet Russia. Swingity swoogity. You concern me. You know you love me. Quick! Quick! Kirishima whilst it's talking to itself! Die! Bakugo would jump at V1 trying to explode him. V1 would jump back and, well, spin his hand in a circle as a bunch of coins would just appear in his hand. As he would throw them, the coins would fly behind Bakugo and then just shoot forwards, jabbing into its calf, ankles, and, well, into his calf, ankles, and back, as Bakugo would cough up blood, as he would recognize the quirk, like, you metallic bastard, use that quirk of all fucking quirks on me. Oh, you villains are gonna die. Oh, you're gonna die. Wow, you and good Kachan. You two know each other. Yes, we do. I'll tell you about him later. Who the fuck are you even talking to, you metal toaster? I am a Nikon. He would just duck under one of Bakugo's explosions as Bakugo would just get uppercutted in the gut. As well, V1 would grab Bakugo by the ankle and just slam him into the ground as he would just start Thor Lokiing him. No, Hulk Lokiing him, just slamming him into the pavement. All Might would turn up. I am here, bitch! Right, it's the muscle-bound idiot. I am so happy. Hey, I'm a All Might fanboy, can you please not? Fuck you. Fuck you! The two of them just get into a fuck you match, where they both say fuck you slightly louder. Well, Izuku can't really go louder, so he writes it in caps and adds a few exclamation marks. All Might's just looking at the strange robot, yelling fuck you, as Bakugo's on the ground unconscious, and Kirishima is slowly climbing his way up the cliff Bakugo was on. Yeah, Bakugo hit V1 into a cliff, and Kirishima's just slowly climbing up it, as V1 would just kind of shotgun Kirishima, causing him to fall all the way back down, and just kind of land on his back as he would go, you know what, I'm just gonna lay here for a while. All Might's just like, okay. He would look around and see the carnage. Cut to Suya, Tokoyami, and Mayonetta. V2 is currently using a grappling hook to spin kick the fuck out of them. They're all struggling with him. As All Might would just say, I'm gonna deal with them first. He would disappear, punch V2 in the stomach, send him flying through a portal. As Nomu would come out, V1 would just run at All Might swingity swoogity, I'm coming for your male genitalia. Why didn't you, first of all, the saying's booty, second of all, why my male genitalia? All Might would quickly have his answer to his question as V1 would kick him in the nuts. He would just kind of, oh, that's what you meant by male genitalia. As V1 would just keep on kicking him in the nuts. Nomu would just kind of look at Shigaraki. Shigaraki would look at Nomu like, that wasn't intended, but, I guess it's fine. Nomu, go kill that bitch. Not the robot. All Might. No, not the robot. Not the robot. All Might. Yeah. Shigaraki almost, just made a fuck up. You know, when I was originally coming up with this idea, I was planning on having this big old grand fight and dramatically revealing the coins. Yeah, that kind of went downhill. Oh my fuck. Still posting this though, it's too comical. So, All Might, no, Owen would fight. Oh, shit. Yeah, the two of them would fight. Zuko's just in the background go, Nomu, go. Now, I want All Might to win. Well, I want All Might to win. He is a hypocrite. Maybe, but I still want him to win. V1 would just get into an argument with himself again. Shigaraki's like, we really need to deal with that bug. As Zuko is like, I'm not a bug. But no one can hear him because he just typed it out. Angry emoji. V1 would look at Shigaraki like, he is not a bug, he is my friend. Fuck off. All Might would punch away the Nomu and just, like, grab V1 by the head as he would just throw him into a building. Like, die, villain! Well, not die, but get defeated, villain! Ow, that hurt. And I don't even have any nerves to feel it. Well, I do, and that fucking hurt! Help. We really need to deal with that. He would look at, like, a random grunt. He would rip him in half and, like, drink his insides like some kind of smoothie. As he would just run at All Might, as he would just start throwing money at him. As All Might would be like, the fuck are coins gonna... Ah, my leg! A bunch of coins would, like, embed themselves in his leg as he would just sprint forward. Izuku would jump over him. Shotgun punch. He would punch him with his shotgun arm and throw more money at him. Look, the law is the law, and Hero Society is what keeps us from going insane. Why can't you villains realize this? Hero Society is necessary, and it's absolute. The only being or society I bow to is capitalism. Go, exploited worker ships! You would just start throwing more money! What the fuck is his quirk? All Might would just run forwards through the swarm of angry money, as, like, Izuku would just, well, V1 would, give me a moment, would just kind of spin kick All Might in the face, as All Might would grab his leg and just throw him at Shigaraki. Kurogiri would make a portal behind them, as they both would just exit. As Izuku would slam into Shigaraki, the two of them would just go through the portal and leave. They would just dip. As V2 would also just get portaled. Well, I think he already was portaled out. Yeah, they just dipped. Nomo's defeated. They learned that one of their robots is capitalist and also has a bug of a friend. And they also, they learned a lot. Like, one of their robots have developed sentience and become capitalist. Normal. And also that said robot uses the power of money to defeat their enemies. So, I don't have much else to say. So, goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. This was fun. Hopefully I'll do a less retarded version in the future. Goodbye.